Hello folks, good morning. Hey, we're out here at Tia Maria, and you can see the progress that's going on in the background. Got on site here and wanted to check out them laying the actual precast forms down here for the second story floor, and also the C-Joist. And like I said, if you look behind me, you can see the crews working here. So let's head on up and see if we can give you a better viewpoint from where we're at now, and give you an explanation on what's going on the latest progress on our build. So let's head on over there. You can hear the song going on in the background. Let me get you a spot to show you the whole process on these actual C-joists. They've got most of them laying in. You can see the individual beams. Well, they're not beams, they're actually C-joists. And they run up and down. The rest of them all had those precast forms put on them, which are these concrete forms right here. They sit in, and then they pour the concrete, and they use these corner pieces here. Let me show you those as well. Here, these pieces are right here, act as a form. So they lay those. They put the C-joists in, then they put the precast forms on, and then after they put the precast forms on, they put the end pieces in. But before they do that, let me get over here where it's a little more quieter. They go ahead and cut as needed. You can see they're doing that in the background right now. The guys are actually working. These kind of cut, basically they put down the forms that come in one size. Actually, they come in two sizes, but they lay them in place, and then they cut them as needed to ensure they get the proper fit. And then they lay that end cap on them, which gives them a it's identical to just a wood form that somebody's poured to hold the concrete in place, and that's what they're doing here. And they also cut the holes out for any vent piping that might go in. But the initial process is that they actually get a crew of guys, and they use a pulley system and hoist those the C-joists up, because they're approximately 500-600 pounds, and they use a hook and chain to drag them up. And once they get those in, they have to bring the precast forms in, and they lay them down individually. It goes pretty fast. That's one of the big advantages of having precast, is that people like to use that because it's so much cleaner, so much faster, and it's out here in a lot of sites where the environment doesn't allow for a wood setup, where you want to be using as much concrete and steel as possible because of the elements, because of the termites and the rotten mold, which you don't have with the cement. That's why they go with this precast, and it's a really good fit. Actually, they did it out here. Dave does it. Our builder does it a lot out there, and you can see that we've got the backhoe guy in out here. I should say the excavator, and they're clearing the property right now, and trying to get a base level on it for the house itself. And you can see how these guys are hoisting the individual precast forms up. PCFs is what they call them out here. And then like I said, they cut whatever they need. And you can see the slope. Let me give you a good picture of how the slope is right here. I don't know if you can see that on film, but that slope is on an angle. And then they lay the rebarb after they get all the concrete the forms in place, the precast forms in place. Then they run the rebar on top of it. They tie all the rebar in, and then they're going to have a crew. They're going to have a crew come out, get a pump out here, and they're going to do the second floor all in one shot, which would be really cool. Really looking forward to that. That means it's going to be, hopefully we can find a good day with the weather, where the weather will cooperate with us. Had a couple of good days right now on the build. And you can see the sky right above us, cloudy, but and that could change. You can get rain here. You can come in and get a big shower and then come back out just as quickly. But like I said, this is a big plus for us. We're hoping to have the concrete poured within a couple of weeks. Once this is all done, and like I said, then the rebar comes next, and once it's tied in, it's all laced together. Then they'll come out and call for schedule a truck. There'll be more than one, probably 4 or 5, and they'll have a pump come in. I've already had the engineers, the concrete engineers, come out and check our site to make sure that they're going to have access to be able to pour that concrete down. And I'm going to get that on film too, because that's a big plus. Because once we get that second floor on, concrete's done, then they're going to continue to go up with a concrete hollow block, and then they're going to go for they're going to put the roof in place. We'll put the struts anyway, and struts and trusses in place, and then they can put the roof on there, which is awesome. Once they get that done, it's going to be really, really cool. Because once you got a roof on, there's so much more you can do. It speeds up your build so much more, because you can go in and you can go inside and you can go outside. But right now, let me give this guy finish cutting this, and then we can talk. Long process cutting those concrete forms in. So get that concrete dust up here, which isn't a good thing. This guy should be wearing a mask just for the dust alone. But that's another issue in itself. You can see here the way it sets up on the ends. You can see how they've actually cut, they're actually trimming the pieces alongside there now to ensure that the fit's good. Tell you what, let's head on downstairs and check out what the excavator has done and see the progress that he's making, and that'll give you a kind of a rounded view of where we at totally. This guy's pretty good. I've been watching him, and he gets in and out. So let's head on down. You can see here I'm shooting from just outside the kitchen, and you can see where the backhoe's been finally filling the foundations in. Man, it's been a long time waiting to get this done, where the house is starting to look like a house, and start prepping that first floor for a pour. You know, they can get that done, but first, in order to get that done, they have to do all the initial prep. Like, they got to get the foundation in, they got to give it time to they got to get that dirt foundation in, got to give it time to pack, and that takes a while. Got to let that dirt settle, you got to let people walk on it, you try to get as much weight, and they have a machine here that tamps that ground down, and they work on that. But there's still a lot of dirt, man. When they came in and dug these foundations, they were huge. They were big holes, probably bigger than they needed, to be honest with you. But that gives you an idea of the size of the backhoes itself that they use, and you can see the holes right in front of me that they're filling in. So they're taking dirt from across the street at our neighbor's build that was left over, and they're moving it onto my property and using it to fill in all the holes, plus the excess dirt. Let me spin around here. Plus the excess dirt that's going to be used there for the outside of the holes. Once they move all that material and all that scaffolding, there's only so much room. You know, you're not allowed to put your scaffolding on lots next door without permission, and that's something that the developer frowns on. And so it's kind of like I said, you're moving one piece to fill in another area, then you turn around and moving. It's just like right now where they're moving they got a truck. Let me get over here. Sorry about that camera work, but the site's pretty rough. They got a small bobtail that they load, the small pickup truck that they actually load. It's my wife talking to me over here. So this is the truck they use. They fill that up on Ainsley's side. You can see how they're leveling his grade down over here. And they're actually leveling that grade down. And then they fill that up. They fill his blue truck up here with dirt. And then they dump it here, and the excavator continues to fill these holes in. And the guy's pretty good, because I was watching him work. He's not touching any of the formed ceilings, but you can see inside here how much. And you can see the good job that how they're leveling the original property of where Ainsley's at over here. So, and you can see Femi, the owner's wife, is stealing dirt from her property and giving it for plants, because that's a big thing out here. People are always planting. It's a good job, Femi. Good job. There's my wife over there. She's looking to steal some dirt too. Hey, Juliet, how you doing? That's our neighbors. They're out here. Everybody likes to plant, so that's a big thing. So they come out here, and it's kind of funny. Husbands are out here talking business and stuff. So anyway,
give some Jollibee to the workers. Happy si Kuya! Happy Jollibee!
Hi, C.
Hello! Happy Jollibee!
Kukuha ka na yan para makakain ka na. Para pick up lang naman ang pick up.
hindi ma'am. Thank you po. Ikaw ba tagabigay?
Si Kuya tagabigay. Hindi na lang daw siya kakain.
Kuya, kain ka na, kuya.
Opo, sige po.
Self-service na lang daw. Self-service.
Mawawalan ka. Teka lang muna, Ricky. Sige, kuha na daw po kayo.
Kuha na lang. Kasi...
Ma'am, may kuha ko na si Kuya Harold.
sige po.
Ma'am, thank you ng marami.
Sige po.
Karto ng inyo.
I-add ko to doon. Hindi nag-video si Steve. Hindi siya nag-video nito.
Hindi.
I-add ko na lang to doon sa doon lang.
Okay lang, okay. Sige po. Meron pa ba? Baka mau. Uy, ikaw,
Kaya si Kuya
kuya!
Jewel ayaw pa oh.
Paano? Walang matira. Meron pa ba yan? Kasya pa ya?
3, 6, 7. Thank you po.
Sige po. Ha?
Siguro po.
Oo nga, sinabi ko, 22 daw, tapos 6 yung sa tiles, tapos 3 yung nasa ceiling.
Oh, tuloy.
Meron pa yan?
Meron pa.
Natatakot ako, baka hindi.
Hala ka Kuya Jewel, wala ka na. Wala nang tira.
Thank you.
Every month sana yung ginagawa. Pag simula nung birthday ko nung July, nakalimutan na.
Here you go, meron pang tira 3.
Meron pa nga.
Enjoy!
Baka may... Natakot.
That's the latest that's going on with us. Let me put this mic in. So, anyway, folks, if you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and continue to support. We appreciate it. God bless you, man, and stay safe. Take care now.